Hello, my name is Amy Drake, and I am a proud student at Grand Canyon University. I'm sharing this video from my class in Communication and Application of Research in Practice. This assignment is for Topic 4, Benchmark, Ethical Issues in Research Surrounding Communication. I will address the 5 questions that are posed to this assignment, starting with question number 1. Identify the principles of scientific communication. According to the International Committee of Medical Journal Editors, the principles of scientific communication are clarity, accuracy, simplicity, and understandability. In other words, it needs to be clearly written with accurate data that is easily accessible through reports of medical studies that are clearly understood. The importance of biomedical research and their potential direct impact on human lives and health emphasizes the need for honesty in the work of scientists and fully complies with all principles of research integrity. Total science is cumulative and belongs to all mankind, and every scientific discovery complements and builds onto it. Question number 2. Explain the ethical implications in human research as it applies to the allied healthcare professional. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. It is the duty of each and every man related or unrelated to science to treat their fellow beings with love and respect. With that being said, we as humans have used people for experiments in inhumane and criminal ways. Considering our history, there are now rules set in place to protect people from being exploited or harmed. The common rule is a set of regulations that have been adapted by many research agencies in the United States and elsewhere. The main elements of the common rule include requirements for assuring compliance by research institutions, requirements for researchers obtaining and documenting informed consent, requirements for institutional review board membership, function, operations, review of research, and record keeping, and this includes additional protections for certain vulnerable research subjects, such as the elderly, the disabled, pregnant women, and children. Question number 3. Analyze the ethical issues around communication when conducting research in the allied healthcare field. Researchers face ethical challenges in all stages of the study, from designing to reporting. These include anonymity, confidentiality, informed consent, researchers' potential impact on the participants, and vice versa. When it comes to communicating informed consent, beneficence to no harm, respect for anonymity, confidentiality, and respect for privacy are all problems that need to be addressed. Question number 4. Describe how you would communicate effectively and appropriately with patients, families, and healthcare providers within the scope of practice. Working in home healthcare requires medical providers to work as a team, and that involves actively listening to my patients and their families. As the first line of defense, it's important to be present in the moment without interruptions so that they know that you're listening to understand. Body language and facial expressions really speak for themselves, so be mindful of that. Make eye contact and speak in a pleasant tone. No one enjoys being on the other end of an angry or sarcastic tone, so be mindful of that also. It is essential that HIPAA guidelines be followed to ensure that the patient's information is not shared or exploited. Interacting with the healthcare team requires professionalism and clear communication skills. Do not be afraid to ask questions because that's how we learn. Question number 5. Explain how you would demonstrate effective skills in writing formal correspondence to communicate information and ideas. Well, when it comes to communicating via the written word, it is important to remember that there are no fixed rules in letter writing. There are only conventions that allow people to communicate with the least amount of confusion. I would be mindful of the format, the sentence structure, the manner in which important information is highlighted, and so on. Miscommunication is problematic in every situation, so clearly identify and state your goals. I would make sure that the information that I'm sharing is peer-reviewed and accurate. That's the conclusion of my video. I hope that you enjoyed my benchmark video on ethical issues and research that surrounds communication. Stay blessed.